Well, I'm an old lonesome cowboy. I got a long, long way to go. And this old lonesome cowboy is far, far away from home.
If you guys can't tell already, we're in Lake Louise, folks. And then behind me, way down there, is the Chateau Lake Louise. And we're at the far other end of Lake Louise. It's usually a spot that not everybody gets to see, because most people just go to the front of the Chateau Lake Louise and just take some pictures down there. But we hiked all the way down to the other end. And today we're going that way at the end of the plain of the 6 glaciers, and we have a gorgeous view here, and in between those two mountains there's a big kind of slow coulee that comes down with a glacier inside. So we're going to see how far we can get up there today. But on the north side here you can see the little the big beehive sticking up, and on the other side of that little chunk of mountain there's Lake Agnes. We made a video of Lake Agnes, so if you guys ever want to see what that looks like up there. If you're looking behind me on the other side is actually Fairview Mountain. Me and my friend Heather hiked up there last summer. So if you guys want to see that as well, I'll post another link for Fairview Mountain. So there's also another tea house at the back there. Once we get to there, I'll show you guys what that looks like. I don't even know if it's open yet. So let's head on a hike down to the other end, see what we can find there. Peace out, everyone. Well, we made it into this large scree valley, very reminiscent at the end of Paradise Valley, which kind of makes sense because Paradise Valley is literally right on the other side. So if you see that big wall of stone there, reminiscent of Game of Thrones, that is Mount Lefroy. It's not a big mountain by any means, but it's just a wall face. At the back of there, you'll actually see it's the Victoria, Mount Victoria is in there, which is also almost the same amount of elevation, 3,420 meters, and there's a massive glacier all over the front of that. If you guys want to see what the other side of that looks like, we did that last summer with my friend Heather, and I'll put a link up to the video. And between Mount Lefroy and the Mount Victoria, there's another ridge, and you can go up there and you'll find the Abbot Hut. And if you can go up and down there, definitely not recommended for hiking. It's definitely a mountaineering expedition, but from there you could get into Lake O'Hara because it's just on the other side of that mountain over there. We had to do a little detour to bypass a grizzly sow and her cubs, so I didn't really film much in that one little area. We kind of gave her space, and then as the bear moved over, we just hurried up the trail, so I didn't really want to stop and record, but we might record more bits on the way back down. And you come across this gorgeous little creek, but you also come across this tiny little bridge and you get to the actual tea house that's at the end of the plains of the 6 glaciers. And I had a nice little discussion sitting down with the owner of said tea house, and it was quite interesting to learn a little bit about the history of the place. The tea house here was actually made by the same people that made the Abbot Hut. Also, you see behind me on the other side, there's like a little washroom there for the tea house, and the tea house itself is further at the back over there. And then behind me over there, you can see Pope's Peak. It's kind of clouded at the very top there. And at the back side here, you can see Mount White. It's like a big coulee that goes across, but you could hike up there, but you won't get too far. You'll hit to that point and you'll have to turn around. You get weathered in for about a half an hour. We had a lunch at the tea house, so now we're gonna go to the lookout point and see what that looks like, and then we'll be heading back down to the trail. Well, I think this is as far as we're gonna go today. There's a lot of snow here, and it's dangerous for multiple reasons here, because this opens up like crevasses in between the rock and the snow, as you can see in behind me here. And it was fine because you could actually look down to the bottom, but then eventually they disappeared. So then we stopped and I checked with my poles, and then you could see where there was places where you would go down 5 feet, 10 feet. This is going to take another month or two to melt. So, and then the trail will clear up because it's super early in the year. So note to self, if you're trying to get up into glacier areas, you want to do this later in the year. If you have early snow in September, then it kind of screws that whole plan. But generally, early September, if you do get snow, it's usually like a little bit, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not like this where you have this entire, mountains full of snow. So I'm going to show you guys a gorgeous view of this whole canyon here. Now it's time to head back down on the trails. All right, I'll see you guys back down there. Peace out.
Wasn't that place pretty cool? No pun intended. I'm Eric Tremblay. These are my adventures. Peace out, everyone.